Welcome to Minecraft, a sandbox survival game infinitely brimming with creativity. When a player generates a new seed, they can change the world difficulty and the game mode. To set a world to hardcore game mode is akin to challenging oneself with a goal to never die. For if you die, you are punished to never play that world ever again. But my hardcore difficulty is going to be a bit different. Hello, and welcome to the series Tenderfoot Doyen. Allow me to introduce myself. My name is Emeraldear. I have had the game Minecraft since its 1.4 release, which is before horses and comparators were a thing, and nearly 15 years ago. I always played Minecraft with my friends or family, played mini games or servers, or fiddled around in creative mode, like in this flat world I'm currently narrating in. Just don't ask about that. If there's anything I haven't done in Minecraft yet, that would be playing survival mode in earnest, alone, and legitimately defeating the Ender Dragon once and for all. So I thought to challenge myself with hardcore mode to give myself incentive to not die, because it sounded fun. I like a good challenge. But I had to be honest. There ain't no way I'm not dying. I'm an incredibly reckless player, okay? I'd be insanely lucky to not die as soon as I took one step forward. He agrees. He has seen things. It's almost like, like I'm a fluffy kitten who thinks himself to be a majestic being, and attempting Minecraft survival mode is like being dropped in a puddle and forced to realize that, alas, I am but a tiny little skeleton with fur on my bones. Well, anyways, going back to the challenge, I shall explain. Hardcore difficulty is infamous for punishing players who die by locking them out of their world. In my take of hardcore, rather than getting locked out of my world upon death, I will instead teleport myself an egregious number of blocks away from my initial spawn point. I'll be content if I can just somehow survive one night, make a home, maybe find some diamond. Honestly, that's pushing it. In the game of Minecraft, whether a player decides to play hardcore mode or something else, the first step is the same. You punch a tree. After that, my next task is to not perish and survive the night. For that, I must find sheep, collect its wool, and craft a bed. However, I spawned on an island. While there was a coral reef, a cave, whatever this thing is, I have no idea, dolphins, wolves, trees, and a beach, there were no sheep. No sheep meant no wool, which meant no bed, which meant no skipping the night. And monsters come out at night. As I swam the ocean in search of some fleece-wrapped creatures, I stayed wary of land, where upon it roamed creepers and skeletons, but I forgot about what lurked within the ocean. Wait, what? No, 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 no. Ow! No! No, 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 no. Yep, we're doing this. Yep, yep. Yay! Truly, I have now experienced that the world is dangerous when alone at night. But in my case, I may be a greater hazard to myself than the things around me. Despite appearances, I had successfully managed to survive one night. All I needed to do was secure some wool, make a bed, and carry my tired self back home. To the island, to where my future stands. But alas, I am an idiot and decided to dive down into the underwater ravine, dig into a wall, and drown. Because I forgot that water physics changed in the 1.13 update. I didn't mention this, but I haven't played Minecraft since the 1.12 update. Back then, digging into a wall would have created an air pocket, and thus I would have survived. I'm not entirely clueless. I just forgot I was playing on the 1.16 release. Water physics changed a long time ago. Because I died, sending myself away from spawn as punishment literally felt like I was dragging my soul away from where it belonged. I immediately dug a hole to escape the night, and I felt despondent. You don't know, but in the few times I have loaded a new game in the past, my favorite spawns had always been island spawns, and my favorite mob had always been wolves. My spawn point for this series was both an island and had wolves. What were the chances? I didn't even know that wolves could even spawn on islands in the first place. I had been incredibly lucky. And yet I died. But I didn't get to feel bad for long, cause yeah. I'm lucky to survive 24 hours without hurting myself in this game. My lack of self-preservation is that bad. So I restarted and proceeded to die. And restarted and proceeded to die. I am making no progress. This game isn't that hard, I think. I say again, I am a greater hazard to myself than the things around me. Well, so, since all my deaths had been roughly surface related, I just decided to become a mole. It was surprisingly effective. Multiple days passed by without my perishing. I was beginning to feel pretty good about myself. But I also knew that as the days passed, I couldn't continue like this forever. Eventually, I would need to enter the caves, which meant encountering the monsters once more. As I stepped foot into the dark, uninviting tunnels of cold stone, set a goal to just find what I needed and get back home. All without dying. Okay, okay. That, okay. Finally! And it's more than one! Yes! Yes! Come to Emmy! It is an 8-fang! Hallelujah! Okay, and then I won't have to go through all of this. And I'm out of hunger. And here. Am I finally out? Am I finally out? Am I finally out? Am I finally out? Oh no. I have to make my way back. Oh no. Oh no. Ta-da! My excitement is reflected by this advancement. Like, oh my goodness. Okay. And with that, I actually survived the night. And I built a home. Well, actually, I excavated it, but hey, I found diamond! This whole session only took me 5 or 6 hours. I don't know exactly. I used old footage dating back to 2021 for the majority of this video, so I only have a rough estimate. Not that anyone cares. But hey, if you made it this far, I want to thank you for making yourself watch whatever on God's earth this was. Have confidence, and God bless. In the next video, Maybe I should try to survive the nether.